Ma has a ham. Pip spelled that out. Mahasham. I put down my fork, looked from my SIS to my MOM to my POP, and started wondering if other people's families are as nutty as mine. Or is mine extra nutty, like chunky peanut butter nutty? Signed, AVA. September 2nd, ridiculously late. Dear Diary, it's way past my bedtime, and I'm hoping Mom and Dad won't barge in and tell me to turn off my light. But something's been keeping me awake. After dinner, Pip and I played Battleship. We usually like sinking each other's carriers, cruisers, submarines, destroyers, and battleships. It's fun. She'll say, for instance, B8. And I'll say, I can't be 8 because I'm 10. Or I'll say, I won. And she'll say, no, you didn't. The game isn't over. Tonight, I was about to sink Pip's last ship when I said I4, but Pip said, I quit. You can't quit, I protested. I can, and I did, she said, and stomped off to her room. That made me so mad. I hate when my big sister acts like a little sister. I hate when she's a sore loser. Once, after a teacher conference, I overheard Mom and Dad talking about Pip's social issues and how they wish they could help her come out of her shell. Well, sometimes I wish I could take a hammer and break Pip's shell into a million zillion pieces. What if she never comes out? What if she grows up to be a sore loser quitter with no friends and 100 cats and only me to talk to? Thinking about Pip drives me crazy. Here's why. I always end up feeling mad at her and bad for her all at the same time. The problem is that sometimes her problems turn into my problems. Like when I have to clean up after a game of Battleship or Clue or Monopoly by myself. Or when I have friends over and Pip doesn't come out of her room. Or when I walk into the kitchen and Mom and Dad suddenly go all quiet because they were in the middle of talking about her. I know Pip isn't shy on purpose, but it still gets me mad. Signed, Ava. Arg. September 3rd, bedtime. Dear Diary, whenever I start a new diary, like I'm doing this week, I end up accidentally writing something totally embarrassing that I would never want anyone to see. Then I put my pen down and bury the diary in my dresser drawer. So far in my life, I have started 7 diaries and finished 0. It's like there's a dead diary graveyard underneath my underwear. Today in language arts, Mrs. Lemons asked us what we read this summer. Well, my family reads big books for fun. They even reread and reread them. But long books intimidate me. Long words, like gigantic and intimidate, don't scare me. Just long books. Here's how I pick books. 1, I look at the front and back covers. 2, I check to see if it's about a regular kid with normal problems, not super scary or supernatural problems. 3, I read the first page so I can hear the voice and how it sounds. 4, I peek at the last page to see how long it is. If there are too many pages, forget it. I put the book back. In short, I like short books. Mrs. Lemons also asked us when we read. A lot of kids said before bed, but one girl, Riley, said on the bus, and one boy, Chuck, said, if I read on the bus, I'd barf. I get bus sick. Mrs. Lemons said, how about you, Ava? Sometimes I read before bed, I said, but sometimes I write. I did not add that when I was little, I thought I was a great writer because I could write my whole name before Elizabeth and